Hello there, this is DBT and these Art of Rooms. And alright, let's continue playing some more Asphalt Legends. And today, I'm gonna be testing out in multiplayer the car that you see on the screen right now, which is the Ferrari Enzo Ferrari. And I'm testing it because there is a car hunt going on for this right now, and you might be wondering, hey DBT, is this a good car? Should I go for it? Is it worth grinding? Well, today we're gonna try to find out. But before I jump into it, if you enjoy my content, you know what to do. Hit the like button on this video and subscribe to the channel, because doing these things tells YouTube that this is worth recommending to more people, and in that way I can continue making this content for you. So go ahead, like and subscribe for some more Asphalt Legends right here. Now, as I just mentioned, there is a car hunt going on for this thing right now. Now, as of me releasing this video, the car hunt, there's still probably 2 days and some left, so there's not a lot of time left for you to do this, but hey, I know I'm a little bit late, but at the end of the day, I still wanted to cover this car because why not? Now, as usual in a car hunt, you know what you can get. You can get a total of 11 guaranteed blueprints so long as you have the support cars, which is the Cadillac CN and the Apollo N. After that, you know, you need to keep on grinding the races to get these packs and eventually, hopefully, get all of the blueprints for the car. Now, in this hunt, there is also one EVO ticket for the Chevrolet Camaro LT and some style coins over here for you to acquire once you have the Enzo Ferrari at 2 stars. But all of that really is irrelevant. The main thing to keep in mind over here is how many blueprints are required in order to get this car to the max stars, which is 162. Which is, you know, a bunch of blueprints, but really, it's not that many for a 5-star Class B car, so that's not too bad. And if you're unfamiliar with the car completely, here it is. It's a Class B car of a rank of 4,009 points. That is in its base stat, and I'll talk more about that later. But yeah, this is the gold rank, and the top speed of 364.8. It's on the fast side, considerably fast side for Class B. Acceleration of 75.29, leaves a little bit to be desired, really is not all that good at all. The handling at 64.95, it's on the goodish side, but nothing straight up amazing, and the nitro at 72.26, it's actually pretty good. Now, I did make a bit of a pause there with the rank because this is one of the 3 cars that currently have the EVO system available. Now, I already made a video talking about the EVO system. I'll put the link in the top right if you want to watch that. But the point is that once you have this car at gold, you unlock also the EVO system, in which you can start applying some additional parts and configure it in different ways to get different results with the stats and whatnot. While I do have some parts for the EVO system and whatnot, really I'm more interested to show you the car in the gold rank, basically at the maximum normal stats, so as to give you an idea of how this car performs, because really from the car hunt you won't be able to gold it. Now, this is a car that in multiplayer you can find in Silver 1, and even though right now I'm technically, you can see over here, Silver 1, there it is. And while right now I am in Gold 4 or 3, I don't remember. Okay, I'm in Gold 4, you can see it over there. So while I'm technically in Gold 4, I'm gonna be using this car, which is technically from our lower league, and see how it performs. So, let's get to the races. Now, as the usual disclaimer that I normally tell you when I'm recording this type of races, a lot of the results in multiplayer are gonna be very varied based on the at what point in the multiplayer season you are playing. If you're early in the season, you know, you're gonna encounter harder matchups. If you play late in the season or whatnot, then you can get slightly easier opponents, but you know, I still say that with some reluctance, because it's very likely that still some people are going to be beating me over here, but it's fine. Now let's talk a little bit about this car itself, because while I just show you the stats of the car, really the experience of the car, for me at least, it has been a positive one. I'll tell you right away, this is not one of those super agile floaty cars or anything like that, but I don't think it needs to be. Given the rank and the fact that it's a Class B car, I think it's quite alright where it is, and while the acceleration does let it down a little bit, the top speed plus the nitro duration really can make this car pretty strong, so long as you are okay with dealing with the slower acceleration and less than ideal handling, as well as drifting. It's nothing straight up amazing, but oh boy, can it put up a good fight. And for my first race, I'm gonna get a 2nd place, so that's not bad at all. But what beat me? Let's check it out. Yeah. Let's go. And alright, a Porsche Carrera GT, well driven, definitely beat me. But I did beat another Carrera, an SCV12, F12 TDF, 2 more Carreras, and a Viper. Okay, the Viper doesn't really count. Now let's see if I don't have the bad luck of only getting into one single track over and over. Because earlier, before I started recording this video, I was just playing in my other account and trying to get out of the Silver League, I believe, is where I was playing. I don't know, it's just that I haven't played much in my global account. So I'm super far behind, and I was literally only getting races in, where was it? In Nevada. So it was a little bit annoying because I was like, yeah, I'm tired of doing Nevada races. Can we do something else? But anyway. So, coming back to the topic of this car, in case you don't know anything about the car itself, or at least why this car is named that way, because it's the only information that I can give you about this car. The Ferrari, Enzo Ferrari, is named after the founder of the Ferrari company. His name was Enzo Ferrari. So, this is the Enzo Ferrari, except that the entire name is Ferrari Enzo Ferrari. The brand is Ferrari, the name of the car is Enzo Ferrari. So yeah, we got a little bit of a repetition over there, a little bit of, you know, Ferrari, but hey, whatever, it's fine. And this is actually one of those Ferraris that I do like quite a bit in terms of looks, believe it or not. While I'm not a big fan of Ferrari as a brand and whatnot, there's some cars from this brand that I do like quite a bit, and this is one of them. I actually like how this car looks, and this is a beautiful. All right, so let's see what was I racing against. Carrera, Berlinetta, 600LT Spider, okay, a Brabham, Berlinetta, Grand Sport, and a Draco. And normally I'm very happy to give you a lot of information about the cars and this and blah blah blah, but really for Ferrari I don't know a whole lot, so yes, that's the most information I can give you about the car, but hey, I like it, what can I tell you? One thing that I do know about this car is that there is a racing version of this car, and that is the Ferrari FXX. I think it's just FXX, and then there's a second version called the FXX Evoluzione, but then that's about it. If that sounds familiar, it's because, you know, that is kind of the racing series, or no, not series, the racing version of cars that Ferrari does, the XX series. So you might have seen, for example, like the LaFerrari, and the racing version of the LaFerrari is the FXXK. So yeah, there's cars like that, or the 599 and the 599XX, things like that, right? So yeah, there's a racing version of this car, and I actually do like it quite a bit. I knew that car from Asphalt 8, and man, I really like it. It's this car, but it's slightly more racing, even though it doesn't have necessarily a big wing, as one would expect from a racing car. You know, it does have a little bit of something, so yep, there is that. But okay, I got a second place, not too terrible, I'm not doing too bad, but again, mixed results because of multiplayer series and whatnot, and it's weird. I got defeated by a DBS Superleggera, which, to be fair, is a very strong car for Class B as well, so there's that. I did beat the Carrera, Superleggera, Carrera, Brabham, Panamera, and a 765LT. Now, I did want to talk a little bit about the EVO system in the game. Like I said, I already made a video talking about the EVO system, my thoughts on it and whatnot. Now that I played a bit more with it, my original thoughts remain as to me thinking that it's an interesting system, although I do see some potential of that system becoming annoying over time. Because you can make cars to be floaty and whatnot, and let's say that they eventually add the EVO system to all of the cars in the game, then there's no reason why you wouldn't go for floaty cars basically for all of them. So it kind of breaks away the whole idea of having some cars that are not floaty but they're pretty fast or things like that, and then you have some more floaty cars that are maybe not as fast, you know, some advantages and disadvantages. But when you can start tweaking cars to become specifically what you want, then that kind of kills the idea of having variety on cars. What you call it? Oh boy, hold on. I think I can overtake that second place. To have archetypes, different archetypes of cars, when you can configure everything to be the same thing because it's the meta, then there's no reason to do anything but that. So yeah, that is a bit of a gripe that I can have, or that it's in my mind regarding the EVO system. But in practice, man, it's a very fun system, so yep. Alright, I got a third place. This one didn't go as well, so you can see that I'm starting to find some tougher opposition. Still, the Carrera GT proving to be quite worthy opponents. Beat a 600LT, 8 of Superfast, Frangivento, Carrera, and a Superleggera. Now, you might notice that my car is once again red, even though you know that I like changing the colors, but I've applied a livery to it. It's that car right you see right there. So yeah, it has a bit of a livery. It only comes in red, but it has those additional extra black stripes and whatnot. So yes, that is why it looks like that. Don't worry, I'll change to a more interesting color later anyway. But yeah, so as I was saying about the whole thing of the EVO system, I don't know if I should make a video on this thing with the EVO system. Why don't you let me know in the comments if you're interested in me making a video with this. Now, the thing about it is that I also, well, I do have the car at gold and I have access to the EVO system here on my Nintendo Switch. I don't have necessarily a ton of EVO parts for it. I do have some, but it's not like, oh, I'm gonna make a build of this car specifically only with the heavy stuff, and I'm gonna make the floaty version and whatnot. So I don't know that I'm currently in the position to make a video, but still let me know in the comments if you would like me to make a video as it stands right now and show you what I got when it comes to this car possibilities and whatnot. I'll tell you one interesting thing about this car with the EVO system is that, man, you can make these things so very quick. Increase the top speed by quite a bit, which is already considerably fast, and suddenly you have a car that is gonna be rivaling the highest top speeds for Class B, so that is kind of dope. You can focus, like I said, also making it more floaty and things like that. So there's definitely quite a bit of things that you can do with this car with the EVO system, but I just don't know that I have enough to show you that at the moment. So yeah, we're gonna have to wait a little bit. I don't want to spend a ton of tokens buying the EVO pieces, simply because I do expect to unlock more of those as I continue playing the game, and I'd rather not spend a ton of tokens. You know that I save my tokens for Lambos, and this is most definitely not a Lambo. Man, that drift speed is hurting. Jesus Christ. But even with that, thanks to everything else, this is gonna be what we know as a beautiful. All right, so what was I racing against? What? Carrera VLF. Ooh, that's Class A. Carrera, Aston Martin Valkyrie, the Lego version, though very unupgraded, and a KTM Crossway. Okay, now this is gonna get a little bit interesting, because Singapore is known for being quite a bit of a challenging track. It is a very twisted track in general, though there are some versions that aren't, so let's see which one we got over here. And again, this car doesn't drift particularly good, so this might be a little bit interesting. But I don't see super agile cars in my opponent, so maybe this is not gonna go too terribly. But actually, so far, this doesn't look to be like a super twisted version of the track, so that's kind of dope. But, oh, Jesus Christ. Thank you for pushing me, buddy. I love it when you make me lose all of my speed. Really appreciate it. Really fun. Very nice of you. Thank you. A little bit of wall ride over here for good measure. And I'm actually catching up. Well, sort of. It says that I'm in... Yeah, there we go. As I was saying that, it read that I had 5th place and suddenly changed to 2nd, so yeah. Again, this drift is not terrible or anything. All I'm saying is that this car is not necessarily super agile, but... Ooh, this could have been cool if I caught up to this dude. It's fine. I'll live with the 2nd place. That's all right. What's going on with my music, by the way? Where is it? Oh, there it is. Just very quiet. Okay, so defeated by... Oh, man, a Grand Sport, really? Of all things? And that defeated an Essenza, the VLF, and 4 Carreras. DBT, did you just paint your car orange? Maybe. But all right, we're in a top speed track now. And again, this car is relatively fast. Though I already see over there an Icona Volcano, so that's not super promising for me, but hey, we'll see how it goes. Now, I didn't mean to drift at that for that long. I was trying to do a brake drift thingy, but it's fine, it's fine. I like going on this lower route because it gives me a longer jump, though I do understand that the upper route, the one on the left, is the better route, but hey, this is the one that I'm used to, so this is the one that I shall continue using. But yeah, that Icona, it's a Class S car, and while for a Class S car is not the fastest, compared to this thing, yeah, that's gonna end up being a bit of a problem, but it's fine. We'll make do. Right, this was the one with the jump over here. Actually, that car that just was ahead of me, I think that's the Berlinetta, isn't it? Oh, dude, stop pushing me. Jesus freaking Christ. All right, focus, DBT, focus. Maybe you can overtake him. Because if that is the Berlinetta, if I saw it correctly, the Berlinetta is slower than my car by like 10-ish kilometers. So maybe there's a chance in which I can overtake him. Dude, no, dude! Stop getting in the way! Oh, my acceleration just doesn't have it for this section. Ah, god damn it! I'm fine. I'm fine. He just blocked me for the entire race. Jesus. I mean, to be fair, I should have done a better job at, you know, just avoiding him, but whatever. What happened with the Icona? Jesus, 7th place? That was unexpected. Okay, we got another top speed track. Though this one has a bit of jumps. But there's again the Icona, so I don't know. Let's see how we do over here. Let's see if the speed, relatively high speed of this car, even though it's Class B, can actually get us a W. I see a Lamborghini Murcielago over there. I saw a bunch of Carreras, but I don't know. Really, the only thing that I'm not... Okay, I don't want this to sound weird, but the car that I'm the most worried about is that Icona Volcano, but maybe if the player is not playing at 100%, maybe I have a chance. And man, I just took a lead. That's quite the lead, but focus, DBT. I don't want you to mess it up. This could be beautiful if you get a W. Just saying. Alright, so far I'm looking good. Oh, this is a short race. Okay. That's I mean short. It's like a minute race. Normally the races tend to be more like a minute and a half. But yeah, alright, that was definitely a convincing first place. Well, there you have it. That is the Ferrari Enzo Ferrari. Quite a bit of a looker of a car, in my opinion. Though, I'm gonna be completely honest with you. In orange, I don't think it looks amazing. I like it more in yellow, surprisingly. Believe it or not, though, the color that I put is somewhere in the middle. Whatever. So yeah, it is definitely a nice car to drive. Nothing absolutely amazing, but then again, considering that it's one of the few cars that have the EVO system, maybe it's actually worth for you to be trying to max it out. Now, just keep in mind that you won't be able to gold it through the car hunt, so you will still not have access to the EVO system unless somehow you acquire more epics for this thing or something, but yeah, just keep that in mind. But anyway, if you enjoyed this video, once again, like, subscribe, all of that good stuff. If you would like to support me directly, please consider joining the membership for exclusive videos and whatnot. But that's all. Thank you for watching. See you next one. Bye-bye!